prepare for another privileged white boy complains about living in Los Angeles. Because if there's one thing YouTube needs more of, it's entitlement. Dude, parking is actually ridiculous. Here's a good example. The other day, me and my friend Paul were going to a free art museum, the Getty. Except the parking for this free museum was $20. Screw that noise. We drove past it. We continued on the freeway until we found a random spot to pull over and leave the car, and then hiked our way 2 miles just to avoid paying for parking. Sure, it was a little bit, and by a little bit I mean a lot of it, terrifying to have cars whizzing past a few feet away from you at like 60 miles an hour when there's no sidewalk or anything, probably to discourage this very thing. But hey, we saved 20 bucks. Although as soon as we did leave the museum, it started to downpour. Thus, we were forced to take an Uber back to the car, thus negating the money we saved. And I'm not telling you where this is. This is our top secret free parking spot for the Getty. Although I did just say the museum by name and told you it was about 2 miles away if you pass it on Sepulveda. So, I hope we, were allowed to park there. I mean, we didn't see any, signs explicitly prohibiting it. But it just felt wrong. Like we must have been breaking some obscure law. You know what I mean? Actually, that reminds me. The thing about living in LA is there's always helicopters. Always.
You are right overhead, buddy. That's cool.
Whether they're from the news or sightseeing tours, private ones, or the most terrifying, the cops. There is nothing quite like a police helicopter circling directly above your home for 45 minutes to make you terrified. You know that feeling when you walk out of a store without purchasing anything and you feel really guilty about it despite the fact that you haven't done anything wrong? I took a Kit Kat bar from the top of the fridge when I was 10. And speaking of sudden terrifying noises, did you know it is illegal here for motorcyclists to just zoom past between lanes on the freeway? Because I didn't. And it is terrifying. You're zooming along at 70 miles an hour and suddenly hear this roar rip and you look, it's a foot away from you. Someone just zoom right by. They literally ride the line. And honestly, considering the rate of death is so high here from motorcycles, statistically, I am overdue to witness something absolutely horrific. Not looking forward to that. I'm honestly surprised that the death rate isn't even higher because the drivers here are so bad. And yes, I know it's a thing for everybody, no matter where you are, to brag even about how bad your drivers are, which is a really weird thing to brag about. But this is LA. This is literally one of the things we're known for. The other night, me and my other friend Corey were just chilling around, driving around downtown, having a good old, I almost said a gay old time, when we almost got crushed by a bus who was merging into our lane, the left lane, without seeing us. But you're probably feeling a little bit bad for the bus driver. Well, don't, because as soon as he saw us, he motioned for Corey to roll the window down and then proceeded to road rage at him. And speaking of buses, is there literally anything worse than somebody getting into a loud fight with their significant other over the phone directly behind you?
You better watch yourself around spoons! I can do things you can't even imagine!
Wait, no there is. Somebody that gets into a loud argument with their significant other directly behind you with horrendous breath.
You don't know what I'm capable of with a spoon!
And don't get me started on when someone directly attempts to get your attention and start a conversation with you. Now, I generally try and be a decently friendly dude, but that drops the instant that I enter public transport. I do my best to put on this mask of don't mess with me. Honestly, I try and make it a game of how not like Chris can I look. But I don't know why I bother, because it sure doesn't work. I swear I suck the talkies in like a magnet. Literally ask any of my friends and they will attest to this fact. And what are you gonna do? I can't just be rude, because my fear of cringe won't let me. I was so rude to that girl. Maybe she just lost her job and just needed someone to listen. What if you changed her life for the worst? Honestly, just add it to the pile. Now, you're probably expecting me to reference the infamous LA traffic, but joke's on you because I don't have a car, so it doesn't affect me.
The spoons of justice hunger for your flesh.
Yeah, I need a car. Okay, to be fair, I have crapped a lot on this place today, but that's because it's my home. I love it so much. I love the culture. I love the mountains. I love the beach. I love just the people, the diversity. I love Los Angeles so much. It's truly my home. My home just needs a little bit of spring cleaning, that's all. And now I'm curious, what are the struggles in your town? I'd love to see like if there's any overlap or anything, so leave them down below and we can all, complain and do absolutely nothing about them. Stay positive.